Hi guys, welcome back to Ball Sense. And on this video, I will talk about Aaron Ramsey and his move to Juventus. And this was recommended by on the comments. Shout out to Thomas Foster. I hope this information is useful. This is a very interesting subject. It has been making the news for the last few weeks, and it's a very interesting topic. And I will look at the subject from 3 points of view. So from Juventus, from Aaron Ramsey, and from an Arsenal perspective. Now, let me start off by looking at it from Aaron Ramsey's perspective. Your contract runs down, and you're looking to make a move. Your agent gets you some offers. And to be honest with you, if I was a footballer and someone asked me, what team would you like to go to, or if I had options, obviously, I think most of us would choose a team that has either Ronaldo or a team that has Messi. I mean, it doesn't like it's a very simple question. I think if you can ask anyone who you meet, what team would you like to play for, it would preferably be a team with one of those two in it. So for Aaron Ramsey, it's a no-brainer that he chose Juventus, considering that there were some of the other clubs as well interested for him. I think Bayern Munich were interested in it for him. I think. Yeah, there were a few big clubs. There was talk about Real Madrid, but I'm pretty sure that was just a rumor. And yeah, I would choose Juventus. Not only because Ronaldo plays for them, but I would also choose Juventus because if you look at the Juventus squad, from a personal point of view, I think Ramsey could look at the midfielders that they have, which is Pjanic, Bentancur, and Matuidi, Khedira, and Emre Can. And if you look at that squad, people, I think if I was Aaron Ramsey, I would fancy myself to get into that squad because that's a squad where I feel I should be playing. Because Aaron Ramsey, if you look at who is really in that squad that can trouble him from those midfielders, I don't really see anyone who can really fight with him for a place. I think Khedira is getting old. I think Matuidi he's a great player. I love Matuidi. But I just think that Ramsey can offer something else, something different. He can play alongside Matuidi as well. Bentancur is young. He's just pure quality. Watched him for Uruguay in the World Cup, and he's just a good-looking player on the ball. Emre Can, well, he's had a stop-start career, although he is picking up his form. And of course, Pjanic, he's the one that's really the star midfielder, I would say, in that midfield. So if I was Ramsey, I'd fancy myself. Another thing, of course, you have to bring this into context whenever you talk about it, is the money involved. The money involved now, it has been reported it's £400,000 a week. Now, I know that that's a lot. I also know that when you factor in that it's a free transfer and there's no transfer fee, that is standard amount. But £400,000 a week, I would just say that, to do what Ramsey does, first of all, I don't think he's worth it. I don't think very few players I would put in the bracket of £400,000 a week. But if I'm looking at it from Aaron Ramsey's perspective, and you're telling me that I could get paid £400,000 a week, I think I would have signed the contract yesterday, because I mean, come on, £400,000 a week, it's a joke. Like, that's just a bit too much, and I would take it. I would bring my own pen to the meeting. I would sign it before they even say anything, because £400,000 a week for me, Ramsey, it's just a no-brainer. It's just you have to sign it. I don't think you can say no to it. But if you look at it, like I said, taking into account that there's no transfer fee, so the payments get spread out. I remember when Bayern Munich got Lewandowski on a free, they gave him a 20 million signing bonus, which is pretty much, you could say, similar to having it in your contract and in your wages as you go along throughout the tenure of your contract. So that for me is just a no-brainer. I think Ramsey, or any other player would take that. And I think Ramsey has a realistic chance for competing for the top trophies because he will have the support around him and he will fit right in my opinion. as well as it's also good for him to inspire the younger generation of Welsh players, like maybe David Brooks at Bournemouth, or also Ethan Ampadu, who's at Chelsea, who's a young player and making his strides. I think in the future he could be a top player. It's good to inspire the Welsh nation as well as the younger players that, you know, the top stars from Wales are playing at big clubs. You look at Gareth Bale at Real Madrid, you look at and now Ramsey at Juventus. I think it's a good advert, and it's something to be proud of for all Welsh fans and Welsh supporters. Now, I'm going to move on, and I'm going to look at this from an Arsenal perspective, and I'm going to be very honest. From an Arsenal perspective, it is an absolute disaster. Because, first of all, you let a player go for free. Second of all, you don't have an adequate replacement. I'm sure they're going to buy someone in the summer, but when you talk about someone like Ramsey, you're talking about a person who spent 10 years at the club. You're talking about a legend, prospectively. You're talking about someone who scored important goals in important moments, especially not to forget the 2 FA Cup, ending the drought after 9 years. So for Arsenal, it's a big loss, because just to have him around the squad of new players and of former players, for him being British as well, just to have him around would be a massive miss on its own. So even if they were to get, you know, a foreign talent, it wouldn't be the same as having somebody who's been there for so long and who's so familiar with the club. So for Arsenal, it's a big loss. However, it is a gain because they shift the wages. I'm assuming whoever Arsenal get will not be on as high wages as Ramsey. There was a contract on the table which they pulled out because of Arsenal's financial issues, and I don't think they should have paid him £400,000 a week, and I don't think they will, which is why they took the contract off, because I think they thought even 250 was too much to pay for Aaron Ramsey, so hence why they made the decision. And now from a Juventus point of view, I'm going to move forward. For Juventus, I think it's a great situation. It's a win-win. You get a player like Ramsey, you know, you open a new market, you know, a player like Ramsey coming in, you look at what they have, what they need. He is the ideal player. He will get goals, he will create goals, and he can offer you something defensively as well. He's an engine. He covers ground. Against Tottenham, he covered around 9.7, which was kilometers, which was about 1.5 kilometers more than the second highest person. He was the highest one until he got substituted. And all in all, he's an all-rounded player. The Italian league is slower. He can fit right in, and it's just a good deal for Juventus getting him on a free, because I think a player like Aaron Ramsey in this market today will cost you at least £50 million. So the fact that they're getting him on a free, even though they're willing to pay that wages, it makes perfect sense. There's no reason why they shouldn't, considering that if they were to maybe get him on 250 a week, they would have to pay around a 50 million transfer fee. So it makes sense for their part. As well as, the only criticism might be is that Juventus don't really play as attacking. So as much as Juventus, people love them, people love Ronaldo, Ronaldo's stats are insane, they don't really play very attacking football. You know, they didn't create anything against Atletico Madrid at the Wanda Metropolitano. And, you know, I just don't think that Juventus can, you know, get anything. It's not a negative deal. There's nothing wrong, nothing that could go wrong. You know, at the end of the day, even if it doesn't work out, it's a free transfer. So, yeah, these are the three ways of looking at the Aaron Ramsey transfer. I would be very disappointed because I do like Arsenal. They're my favorite team in the Premier League, and it will be disappointing to see such a big player leave and such a vital player leave. So, you know, all I can say is I wish him the best wherever he goes. He's done a lot for the club, and you know, I hope he succeeds in Juventus in winning a few trophies. So yeah, guys, that's me. And like I said, football is a game of opinions, so please do leave a comment below, and let me know what you think about these kind of situations, and also let me know about subjects that you would like me to talk about. And yeah, we can get on it, and we can enjoy. Thank you.